From my background as an actor, I really should have known better as a director. We should have had a read through.
We should have.
We should have been able to
Yeah.
give them a little bit of time to breathe. So when we got to the location that where was the park again?
Happy Hollow Park.
So which is down by the regional airport here in the Janesville area. And so when we got them to the set, right away, Amanda, first scene she has to do. Right away, Amanda, first scene she has to do is a crying scene. You know, she hands are shaking. She's holding the gun, you know, and she's like, "Really, I have to do this at 7:30 in the morning?"
Yeah.
But we had to because we had to then apply the makeup afterwards, which is another fun story too. Because
Oh, yeah.
when you're doing short films and you're pretty much doing everything, we try to get somebody to do the makeup for the scar, and then that fell through the night before.
Yeah, because Amanda's character has a scar.
Correct, right, and
on
so
her face from a gunshot wound.
So I started watching some YouTube videos, played around with it the night before. So we put a scar, which I thought the scar looked pretty decent.
Yeah.
If
Initially.
you would have been, if as the day went on, you know, the makeup artist, you know, one of us sort of would have been paying attention to the scar. So as the day went on and, you know, sweat and stuff like that, I guess the scar started to not look so good. But luckily we brought in one more time.
Stephen Pickering from Drywater Productions, and Stephen had the technical know-how and equipment to,
Frame by frame.
frame by frame, digitally fix the scar so that you could not tell it was
Yeah.
peeling off.
So I supplied the last, oh God, I don't know what it was, maybe like 6 minutes or so. I don't even know how many frames that is off the top of my head, and fixed the scar. And so I actually have a behind the scenes clip, which maybe I'll play right now.
Yeah.
And you can see the difference about how the scar went from what it looked like in the beginning to then when it looked bad to then when it was fixed. So those are the trials and tribulations of short films.
Oh, that was only part. I mean, meeting Dad was a cakewalk compared to the issues we faced shooting When I Go.
What else?
We chose this park. We chose this park south of Janesville, and I had scoped it out. And we were going to originally shoot way back in the woods. There was a hiking trail that went away from the parking lot that, you know, because there's like the Rock River kind of runs along the park and stuff. And instead of being by the parking lot, we were going to hike way back in the woods. And there was a perfect spot. It had like a perfect tree that we could have used for the hanging tree. And it would have been a great spot for the scenes with the two characters. And so I'd scoped it out several months in advance and everything else. So we get closer to the time when we're going to shoot, and I decide to go, you know, check it out again, make sure that nothing has changed. Well, something had completely changed. The people that mow the park had decided no longer to mow that trail. So instead of that trail being completely clear, there's like 4-foot tall grass in it, and it's pretty much impassable. So I start making some calls to find out, you know, hey, county parks people, are you going to mow this year? And the word that I got back was, well, we don't. The local residents do it.
Oh,
and they decided not to do it this year.
of course.
So we had to about face.
Last minute.
Yeah, about face and shoot off of the parking lot next to the river, by the parking lot and by the pier, because there's a boat landing there, which we weren't counting on doing. Every time Robert and I have been to this park, there was nobody.
Scoped it out 3-4 times.
Yeah, it's like this park is not on anybody's radar.
So secluded.
Nobody goes there. And so we're thinking Sunday morning, you know, people will be at church or whatever. Nobody's going to be here, like they never are.
Right.
And so, of course, we're trying to shoot in the place's Grand Central Station.
so many people visiting.
Why today?
And we even had,
And it wasn't even a great day. We were fighting
No,
raindrops, which
that's
was
right.
the other problem.
right, rain. But you're right though. The fact that the park was busy, we couldn't shoot what we wanted to. And remember, even the first location, we had the table set up. We were off to like to the left side of the park, and then somebody comes and decides they want to go fishing. And there's this whole area, and it's just set up right where we were. And so like during some of the takes, you hear like, the reel going, and it's like, what the heck?
I know. And then we specifically wanted to shoot the outdoor scenes in the morning, first part of the day, because it was supposed to be nice. And then, it might rain later, but we wanted to get everything done while it was nice. Well, it starts flipping raining.
Yep.
It's like, hours ahead of the forecast. So it was just
That pushed the shots ahead. And
Yeah.
if you look carefully when in the film,
Well,
you can
don't
see
look too carefully.
You can see the water drops in the river behind, which of course messed hair, makeup, everything. So
so it was a struggle, and I felt really bad for Chloe and Amanda and stuff, because they really had to be troopers. We asked them to do a lot, and it was not ideal.
nope.
So we've had our really good experiences, and then we've had our challenges when it's come to doing these films.
Which makes it great though. And I'll tell you what. So this is just the beginning of so many more films that we're doing. You have your solo projects, and that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk about some of the films which we didn't even touch on today. Some of the films that inspired us, I think, to do these things, because we each have quite a different eclectic list of our favorite films, which we can get into sometime.
Oh, yeah,
I've got a couple of mine up right here on display. That are our influences, which I think works really well too, because that way you bring a certain element to our projects and I bring a certain element. So what do you think we should talk about for our next?
Well, let's see. We could talk about our favorite guilty pleasure movies, like movies that really aren't good, but
I like it.
love them anyway. We could talk about, one of the things I thought we could talk about is our favorite black and white movies,
Interesting. Okay, I'll start thinking about that. I like that.
because I have a list in my head already.
I know you do. And I bet you have quite a list. So hold that thought.
And I think we should also talk about our favorite acting jobs of all time.
Oh, wow.
I'd probably have to think about that, but
Yeah.
the movies we've seen where we personally thought it was the best acting jobs we've ever seen. So we should think about that too.
Okay, that'll give us some stuff to talk about. So
And if you have suggestions, let us know.
that'd be wonderful. Midwest Reel in the can.
No, we were in your studio.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, the next time we're shooting it
Next time we'll
in
be
the can.
Okay.
There you go. That was 25 minutes? No, it wasn't. We talked for 25 minutes?
There's no way that was 25 minutes.